Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever episode number 216. Now let me go, and by the way, we're going to be going through some GoldPutz, or some GoldPutz Paydirt here. Is that it? There it is, GoldPutz Paydirt. But let me go catch up on chat really quickly. Let me see. We're going to get to the chat. There we go. Brad's Bucket, how's it going? Shane Berthero, Mike, how's it going? Wheeze and Geezer, thank you for being here and being a mod alongside HD Shovel Ed. To my oldest mods, thank you both very much. Michael Reed, MCD Prospecting, how are you doing? Hopefully everything's well with you and your wife. And you're liking the new place that you moved into a while back. John Myers, how's it going? Those Left Behind. Stephen LeBlanc. Who else we got? John Gear, how's it going? David Stocks, Casey Sring, GoldPutz, how's it going? Aaron Mack. Ayad, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Think I got everyone. All right. Mark Sheldon, how's it going? Alan Curie, what's up, brother? Your package went in the mail today, Alan. I'll send you the tracking tonight. And I guess rates went up because I looked. I was like, went and bought postage for it, and it went up like $4. I was like, it's crazy how fast every postage keeps going up. Brian, how's it going? Kristen, how are you? Glad to see you here. Whiskey lover in the house. What's up, brother? You're not on whatnot? Getting all the gold? Replacing your collection? Jose, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Lindsay boy, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Who else? All right, I think I got everyone. If I didn't, I'll catch up to you eventually. But thanks everyone for joining the show. I appreciate it as always. Today we're going to be going through some Putz Dirt. This is just a little sample he sent me. I'd ordered something else from him. I'd ordered some little go-getter juice, some sulfactant, and he sent me this with it. So we're going to go through that today. I am going to dump in the black sands. I have it here. The black sands from yesterday's video that I didn't pan out. So we'll dump that in there and add it to it, just make it a little more fun to pan out. So, but yeah, and this is, by the way, this is the new sticker, his new descriptions that he added to the bag. So now, like, if you go look at his new Paydirts, there's a picture of this in there, where he improved his description, So, but it was some fun dirt yesterday. It was a good ROI. The ROI was much better after I did the review, after I bought it. I know he's sold out now out of those, but he still does have his 1 grams. What is it? 1/4 gram, 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 grams, and 4 grams. I don't know. Putz is in the chat. I don't know. Did they? Because when I posted for my Patreon members on the daily ROI, I did post that there was free shipping, which I'm now being told was kind of incorrect. It's supposed to have shipping. But I don't know if he's fixed it yet, because right now it was showing you could still get free shipping. I don't know if you fixed it yet. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's how it is, Brad. When you got kids, you always got to do something. Cooking and baking for 2 days. That's a lot of stuff. OTR, how's it going? Oh, which one was that? Which Paydirt was that? Was that the Krampus? Or did you get something else? Dragos Kazul or Kazakul. How's it going, brother? Still throw me off with that one, Josh. And thank you for being here and being a mod. I appreciate it. Appreciate all my mods being here tonight. All of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yep, free shipping for $50 or more. Yeah, Shopify feature. Yeah, I love that they don't tell you about all their features until after. So, how's it going, Joe? Yeah, it drives me crazy that I don't know why eBay switched to the name thing. I wonder if they're trying to get everyone to force everybody to like change their at name into what their normal name is, their screen name. Like, what's the whole purpose of having a screen name if it doesn't show it? Instead, it just shows something else. Hey, Dina, how are you? Yeah, but yeah, I like the Krampus. I actually, every time I come up with something like a different type of material, I always pan out a little bit myself. And I wasn't sure about the Krampus. It was one of those ones I was kind of like iffy about. But I did use nothing but fine gold in it, so. Lots of automation and features in Shopify. Yeah, I've never used Shopify, so I have no clue. I don't ever plan on using Shopify. I will tell everyone this: if you're kind of handy and you can kind of like work your way around WordPress, um, it's a lot cheaper just to use WordPress and a website because PayPal has a feature. Most people don't know this, but PayPal has a feature where you can make a shopping cart with PayPal, and it has inventory and everything. So like if I put, like I can put one on my website, if I put 10 bags of Paydirt, I can have a button and it'll click. And if somebody buys 9 of them, the next time someone tries to buy some, it'll only let them buy 1. So don't be giving these people all your money. Keep it simple. So, but yeah, and today's going to be a shorter show just because my son is here today. So one of the new things I'm going to be doing, let me pop out chat and stuff. I'm not doing everything in the proper order. So here, let me pop out chat. Then we'll talk about stuff, upcoming stuff. But yeah, as everyone might have noticed, I've switched the new videos come out on Mondays, and now we do the live shows on Tuesdays. It's just easier for me to actually have it out and have it edited. With kids and just life, weekends have been hectic for me to get stuff done, and I was having a hard time putting videos out on Saturday, so they were showing up on Monday anyway or Sunday night. So now I've just officially made it for this year, 2026. All new videos will come out on Monday, but I'm also not going to be taking as many weeks off. Last year, I was only putting out like 2 videos a month. This year, I'm going to go back to at least 4 videos a month because there's a lot of videos I want to shoot and do. So this year, I will be coming out with 4 videos a month. But the live shows, the weeks that I have my son, will be much shorter. So today, the live show will probably end at like 7:15, 7:30. But then on the live show the next week, it'll be an extended show. It'll be 8:30 or 9 when it ends. So I'm starting to get Paydirt in for these Tuesday shows that are appropriate. So I'm taking all the small bags and calendaring them in for the short shows. And like I've got a big old monster 5-pound bag here for, a Tuesday that's going to be a long show, so we can spend a long time panning. So, God, family, and then everything else. There you go, brother. Might catch up on chat a little bit, see some. I just got tired of seeing all those numbers next to it. Yeah, I think I turned off that feature. The top fans thing. Did I turn it off? I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, I don't like the top fans thing. I don't know. There's nothing really for it, Yeah. When you work long shifts, you got to do a lot of prep cooking. Yeah. Making it all ready so that way you can just throw stuff in the oven. Yeah. Deep Northern, how's it going? I don't know if I sent you the tracking number or not on that package, but it is in the mail, so it just went in the mail. So yeah, your package just went in the mail today because of the holiday. Yeah, so your package went out this morning, Deep North. So you should get it in a couple days. Modern Michigan Prospector, thanks for joining the show. I appreciate it. Yeah, sure. Those Left Behind. That's awesome. Yeah. It's funny. I was looking at his website today. I'm just waiting because he's pretty quick at updating. I've just been waiting for his shipping to go down. His shipping is just brutal. Cause I want a bag. I want one of his 1 gram bags for my shelf. Cause I think, it's a good bag for the shelf, but man, it's just, I'm scared I'm gonna get hit with a tariff too. I'm gonna get hit with some tariff on top of it. No. Yeah, I saw my tracking number. Yeah, I already have it marked off in the thing. So I'll send you yours. I packaged it all up Saturday, and I don't know what I was thinking Saturday. I was like, I'll just drop them off at the post office Sunday, so they'll be out first thing Monday morning. Yeah, no. No post office on Monday, so. But yeah, there's 2 Aussie bags I want to put on my shelf because right now I have one little thing, Nuggets by Nugget, on there, which I can't find the video. I shot a video for it, and it's an Australian seller, and I cannot find it. I don't know where I put it, what folder I put it in, or what I named it. So order a bag from Dig and Doug. Oh, here, let me look this up. Oh. I have no idea, Dig and Doug, who that is. Email me the info, Modern Michigan. Email me the info for that. So I like to see that. But yeah, there's another Austin seller. I have to look at my old Australian reviews that I did. All right, yeah, just email me. Email me. Send it to me, just in case. So, but there we go. Yeah, and today, like I said, doing some putts. We're going to be doing more reviews this year than I did last year. I've already got my schedule for the year. I'm hoping to get some more. Oh, what is this? Is this a new Paydirt? I'm over here Googling something. I think I just found a new Paydirt. What is this? Oh, well, I guess I have to save this. Well, this is Paydirt with no gold in it. Not very good. Yeah, I thought I found some new Paydirt, but oh well. So, but yeah, so we're going to do more reviews this year than I've been doing. In fact, some days I have a double feature coming, I think, next month. We got a double feature coming out, so. All right, thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm sure I'll like the gems. I am going to put them on the wheel, more than likely. I will probably put them up on the prize wheel at some point. I have a couple other gems. Somebody had sent me some sapphires. So, it's kind of like one of those things where, you don't want to send somebody a little bitty sapphire. So I'll probably figure out something to do with them, like a little necklace with some stuff in them or something. I don't know. Steven, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I will say, even though, I hate paying the shipping costs that they charge for, shipping outside of the United States, but they do seem to be shipping much quicker. Inside the United States seems like shipping is much slower, but if you send stuff out of the country, it seems to be leaving pretty quickly. So glad to hear no tariffs or nothing were put on it. So far I've only been hit once so far with something from tariffs. So, but it is jacking up the price of gold. I don't know what we're going to do if gold keeps going up. Hobby's getting expensive, They're in their own display containers. Yeah, I know that. I want to set up an assortment of things. So like on the wheel, it won't just be you'll win one of those. You'll win a couple little different gems on there. So I'll have to figure out something to put them in, make them look nicer, you know, if there's a whole couple different things in there. Tomcat Josh, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And anyone else, if I miss you, thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. So, right. But let's go do some panning. It's 6:15. Well, let me see. Before we do that, what is gold spot right now? Oh, that's what I was getting ready to talk about, is the problem with gold going up. Because gold price right now, what is it? It's 153. 153.52. Oh, my. I looked like an hour ago and it was 153. So it's already went up 50 cents a gram in the last hour. But it's going to hit $5,000. It's going to hit 5K next week, this rate. And one of the problems with, you know, you can always make smaller bags of Paydirt. You know, you can always have sellers selling 1/8 gram bags of Paydirt, and people will say, oh, it's only 1/8. That's what used to be really popular back in the day. You know, 10 years ago, 1/8 gram and quarter grams were the bigger sellers. So, I won't be surprised to see 1/8 grams come back and sellers starting to sell 1/8 gram bags of Paydirt. But the problem is new sellers. Is you're going to get a lot of sellers, because I've noticed over the last couple months since I started doing my daily ROI, that sellers who just opened last year are closing. Like once they run out of stock, they can't afford to buy new stock. I mean, if you buy 10 bags, like if you make 10 bags of Paydirt, let's say you buy gold at $110 and gold spot is $125. You figure, okay, I'll sell all 10 of these bags. I'll make $150 profit. Then the problem is it takes you 4 months, 5 months, 6 months to sell all 10 bags. You throw it in a savings account. Then at the end of it, like right now, if you sold your last bag today, you'd say, okay, great. I sold all 10 bags. I have $1,400. Oh, wow. Gold's at $150. To make 10 bags, I actually got to cost me another $100. So that's what the problem is sellers, small sellers are not going to be able to restock because gold is going up faster than they can sell Paydirt. With somebody like Vendetta, Gold Nugget Sales, some of the other big sellers, it's not of a big issue because they're buying bulk cheap, and then, you know, gold's not going up faster than they can sell it. But a small seller, if you're selling 1 or 2 bags a week, by the time you sell it, you've lost all your profit because gold's gone up. So how do I get a bag of your dirt for my birthday live stream? My dirt? Just email me. Ask me. I'll make you a bag. Depends on what you want in it. If you want a free birthday present, it's not going to have much gold in it. If you want a whole bunch, just tell me. We'll make up a price. You know, but I'll make you a bag. You know, give you a bag of my Tuesday tailings, whatever you want in it. I think so far the biggest. I think the biggest I've made for anyone is I think Wrench. I think Wrench got like a 6 grammer from me one day for a panning. But yeah, whatever you want, brother, just let me know. Refotris, how's it going? Bradley, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Ron F. Prospecting, how's it going? Been a while. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Who is this? Yeah. And I'll text you back in a minute, Brad. But yeah. Video unavailable. Joey Brown, how's it going? Thank you for joining. Just to get a whole big stock of gold, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad to hold, like, you know, having gold on a shelf that you're collecting isn't bad because it's making money. I know some people in this chat, we all know who he is, has probably the prettiest shelf if he ever actually got around to putting it all on a shelf. That, you know, like if you think about it, somebody, like I know a lot of people that buy Paydirt and put it on a shelf. If you think about it, last year about this time, gold was about $75 a gram. As of today, they've doubled their investment. So if they bought a 50% ROI bag of Paydirt from Felix, that is now a 100% ROI. If they bought a 100% bag of Paydirt from GNS last year, now it's a 200% bag of Paydirt. Could you have it here by Saturday? I mean, if you want, I could overnight it or 2-day it, you know, but yeah. Yeah, just email me and I'll get back to you because I can make it tomorrow and ship it tomorrow. You know. So, but yeah, I can. Gold Baron, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. My wife and I, many years ago, buying silver at $4 and gold at $3.50. Yeah, see, gold. I'm sure gold is going to keep going up. I think it's going to drop I think it's going to hit 5K, then it's going to drop. Because as soon as it hit 5K, as soon as it hits 5K, a lot of people are going to dump their gold. A lot of people are going to dump their gold, and I think it'll drop. I don't think it'll drop drastically, but it'll drop from, back down to like 4,500 or something like that. I mean, it's still going to be a thing, but yeah, holding gold's not bad if you're, just stockpiling it. But for a Paydirt vendor, you have to be moving it quick. That's the problem. Now with gold going up so fast and, every day it's, up 50 cents, up $1. If you're selling Paydirt as, a business or a side hustle or just, a little bit something to make money, you have to move your inventory quick. I mean, like I would do, there used to be a guy in Australia, really good guy. So there used to be this guy in Australia that used to sell Paydirt, but he would only sell it 3 or 4 times a year. And what he would do, he had a website and everything, and then you would click on it and he'd notify you. And then like the week before he was going to start selling it, he would send out a blast email and tell everyone, I'm getting ready to restock next Monday. And then the day before he'd send out another email, it's coming tomorrow. And then he would just post up and he'd post like 40 or 50 bags and he would sell out instantly. That was it. And then that way he had already made the bags up. He already had them in the packages and everything. All he had to do was print up 50 labels, drop them off in the post office, got all his Paydirt sold in one day, as opposed to saying, oh, let me just sell 1 bag a day for the next 50 days. You got to do stuff like that if you're a small time seller. Just, I know a lot of people on YouTube do it. Just go on YouTube and say, hey, I'm selling my 10 bags. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna just dump, small timers. It's not gonna be anyone big. You're not gonna see any banks. You're not gonna see any countries selling off. But there's gonna be a lot of people that have been holding. My vendor has more than doubled in value. Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. I was looking because one of the bags of Paydirt, I don't know where it's at, but one of my bags on my shelf here, it's one of these Tuesday bags, is a RJ's Paydirt. I've got an RJ's Paydirt bag that I've been planning to pan out, but it was from not this last, it was from my 2024 championship battle. It was a backup just in case, because every seller I had bought 2 bags of in case they went through to the championship. I needed to have a bag of their Paydirt, and they didn't go through the championship, but I had their bag. It's been sitting on my shelf. When I got it, it was $100 for a 1 gram bag, and now it's $150. So I made $50 with it just sitting on my shelf. Joe, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. PA, what's up, brother? How's it going? Wisconsin prospecting, how's it going? I haven't panned any of my Patreon passports. Yeah, I mean, like, with the current rate. So I had planned, it was funny. I had planned on shooting a video, and I ended up not shooting it, but I was planning on shooting a video last year because at one point gold was doing what it's doing right now. It was skyrocketing up, and I had figured out all the math on it, and I was going to do a video to show that if you bought an ounce of gold on a credit card, I had all the numbers. If you had it on a credit card with a 19.9% interest rate on a credit card, gold was going up faster than the interest on the credit card would. So I had all the numbers and the data. So if you bought gold and you would have waited 3 months and you bought it on a credit card, you didn't pay anything but the minimum on the credit card, then sold it for 90% to a buyer, you would have made money. You could have paid off your credit card, and I think you would have ended up making like $320 or something like that. But then gold crashed. Like right when I was shooting the video that week, it crashed. I was like, well, I'm not doing the video. I might have to still do it if it keeps going up, but... Oh yeah, HD. They still do. They still say it's a bad investment. They're like, I have a comment that just got posted the other day. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it, because I don't know if I approved it or not. Let me see. Let me see if the comment's still there. But yeah, somebody sent me a comment the other day on one of my videos about how it was, let's see, community. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, give me a second. Let me see if I can find this video. But it's something about how, like, like people are suckers for buying bags of Paydirt or something like that. And I haven't responded to it yet because I got, just put out a video. But yeah, somebody just posted the other day about how we're all idiots for investing in buying gold Paydirt and how it's a sucker's thing. It's like, yeah, keep going and playing golf. See how much money that makes you. You know, go to a movie theater. See how much money that makes you. You know, it is probably one of the very few hobbies that, I mean, there's other ones, coin collecting, things like that, Beanie Baby collecting. It's one of the few hobbies where, at the end of it, you got a little something. And even if you sell the gold, you're still getting to do more. So, Big Suckers package total, how's it going? I didn't tell you what part. And hey, Liz, Holy Ghost Man 1, how's it going? What part didn't I tell you? Let's text me. Let me know. Here, let me text this. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Mm. I've been sitting on a GNS bag for almost 3 years now. Well, see, the thing is, gold didn't jump up so much until last year. I mean, it's been slowly increasing, but 2 years ago, gold was at 60. And then last year, it went up to about 75. That was it. It was only in a year's time, it only went up $15 per gram. But since it hit 75, then it's been in a meteoric, it's doubled since then. Now is when it's just going crazy. Silver, the same thing. Silver's doing the giant thing. The Hunt brothers must be back in action. Well, actually, it's a couple banks. If you look, it's a couple of banks have just bought up a ton of silver. So, Mentally Corrupted, how's it going? David Danderan, thank you for joining the show. And everyone, thank you for joining the show. I know I've been talking a lot, so if I missed you, I apologize, but thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you being here. But let's go pan crash. How's it going? Let's go start panning. We're not going to be panning for long, so you'll have to hear me talk a whole bunch more at the end of this show. But as soon as let's go start panning. If the mods want to start dropping the hidden link, we do have the prize wheel tonight, so you can win something just for looking at my ugly mug and soon to be my hands panning. Gold looks cooler than Bitcoin. Yeah, and Bitcoin, you only going to make money on Bitcoin if you bought it when it was under 40,000. Now nobody's making money on Bitcoin. So before we go panning, I will give you my comment about coinage, the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, I've got no problem with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin at a time, you could make a fortune on it. There's another YouTuber, a big YouTuber that I know probably made multi-millions of dollars off of Bitcoin because he was buying it when it was at 10 grand. And he didn't sell. He didn't sell any of his Bitcoin. So he was buying it at well under 10K. He was letting people buy coin rolls on Bitcoin, things like that. So at one point you could make a fortune on Bitcoin, but then Bitcoin hit 90,000 and it hasn't really, it's gone down, then up, then there's no money to be made on Bitcoin. So that's when they started coming out with meme coins. And that's the only way you're going to make any money on cryptocurrency right now is with meme coins. And you got to be lucky. You got to be really, really lucky. So the wheel does not, link does not work. Oh. Well, hold on. It's working for me. Here, let me fix that. What is it? Set on private? Oh, man, come on. Oh, about the credit card? Yeah, I'll tell you about it if you want when your brain's working. No. But all right. Let me see, what am I doing now? Now I'm all confused again. Stuff starts happening. All right, it should be working now. Now, yeah, the mods want to start dropping it now. It should. I fixed it, so. Once I start panning, the mods will start dropping the hidden link again, and it'll work. I set it for public or whatever it's supposed to be set at. Yeah, it's unlisted now. So yeah, I'll check and make sure the comments are going through and stuff like that too. Yeah. Yep, their comments are going through. So yeah, but let's start panning, doing some stuff. I got it in under 40K. Yeah. I mean, I really wish, it's funny. Like I was telling somebody the other day, this is the last time I talked, then we're going to go panning. I remember when Twitter first came out. So when Twitter first came out, this was right after Facebook. Well, Facebook had launched, but Facebook was still private. Because I remember I was in a forum group. It was a private forum on HYIP's high yield investment thing. It was kind of back then. This was the original scam, which was called HYIPs, and you could only get into it through forums and private forums and things like that. And if you got in early, you could make some money, and if you got out and stuff like that. And I was just a watcher on forums. I would just comment and stuff like that. I didn't actually invest in any or run any like that. I had my own website was something totally different. And I remember like Facebook at the time was private. This was when it was still just college kids. So me and another kid, 30 years old or something, we got invited into Facebook. So we were some of the first members just so we could spam them all, like trying to get them to join our websites. And then Twitter, one of the forums we were on Twitter, they were trading shares, trying to get work done. Like they were giving everyone like, whatever, 1% share of the company to get stuff done. And I thought, man, what sucker's going to do work for that to get 1%, And now look at him. So what's up, Jason? How's it going? Man, I'm really sorry to hear about Rigby, brother. Ah, man, that's a good dog. My condolences, brother. But sorry to hear, man. That's some extra PBR for a week or so, man. But how you been doing, man? Not being rude. You got first. No. All right, let's go start doing some putts dirt. This is this sample. This is something he just sent me, a little 20-point quarter gram bag, so I could check out the description on the back. So much better description. I did say in the review, I thought he would come out with a better description. I knew he would. So I remember MySpace, but you couldn't make money off of MySpace. That was the thing. Like you couldn't get stock or anything. He just sold it. It was kind of like the original person with Minecraft. It was just something he invented and he made all the money off of it. So, but yeah, I remember back in the day, you could get into stuff and make money. It's the same thing. Like, there's so many stories of people that, like I remember the first person I was watching a mini documentary about the first guy that ever spent Bitcoin buying pizza, where he bought a pizza for like, 8 Bitcoin. And those 8 Bitcoin now are worth like $1.4 million. So, 25 years ago, if he'd have just said, "No, I'm going to save this and buy a pizza with $4 out of cash," he'd have been better off, but he didn't. So, but all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. Sin is all going to sin and abundance. Yes, he will. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. There we go. Enough ugly mug there. We're going to do some panning. Move everything around, move my coffee, stuff like that. So if the mods want to drop the hidden links again, I'd appreciate it. And again, all you have to do is leave a comment on the hidden links that the mods drop. At the end of the show, I will pull one name, and then you'll win one of the prizes on the wheel. And as always, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. It's 100% by me, just to give back to people who hang out with me on Tuesday nights. All right, glove number 1 on. Oh, I gotta get my tablet so I can keep up with chat. Jason Stewart, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. All right, where is my tablet? There we go. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. All right, where is my tablet? All right, where is my tablet? All right, where is my tablet? Open up YouTube, see if it recommends, and no. What the? There we go. No, nothing from Yukon Alley. Nothing to me anyway. Um, all right. I don't know what's going on. I cannot get my tablet to show my YouTube. Well, if this thing ever decides to work my tablet, I'll be able to keep up with chat, but I don't know what's up with my tablet. Well, maybe it'll pop up in a minute. If not, I'll have to start looking on my chat. I don't know. Carl, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Oh, man, what is wrong with this tablet? Why is it not opening YouTube? See, it's opening YouTube and then it's blank. There's just nothing on there. All right, let's try this again, YouTube. Can I actually get all of my channel on there? All right, there we go. There we're working now. Now we're getting business. Not a tree hugger. You're a whole cobble hugger and a gold hugger and a Rigby hugger. All right, let's open up this putz bag, see what's in it. So there we go. Now I am going to add, like I said, this is the black sands I got from the extra side bag. So I'm going to add that in there too. So there we go. Make it last a little bit longer tonight. Because this, again, is going to be a shorter show. So we'll pay until like 7:15 or something like that, and then give away something off the wheel of prizes. See what we get. And there is a bag of Paydirt on the wheel of prizes tonight. It is, again, a 1/4 gram bag of gold nugget sales. I know I still need to reply to your email about the magnetic gold. I was looking at it today, and I didn't have time to reply to emails today. But I was on my phone, and I was looking at it. My .25 Paydirt will launch tomorrow. What's up, VF? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Send me a link to it. Here, type email in the chat and it'll tell you my email, Dylan@Miller Prospecting. Send me a link to it. A3, what's up, brother? How's it going? There you go, Jason. What's up, Brett? What's up, Vendetta in the house? Yeah, we were talking about magnetic gold last week. I got some. I got a vial full of it. A little bitty pieces that'll get picked up by a magnet, or you know. It's Martin Prospecting. If you go to my website, millerprospecting.com, I have a link in the thing where it's like buy or equipment or something like that. And I have a link to it. It's Martin's 4-stage pan though. All right, I'll just get down to the black sands. A little bit of gold, a couple little tiny pieces, a little bitty. Getting some gold. First pan. I'm only gonna have a couple pans, not much dirt here. Not me. There we go. Oh, I see ads are back, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be cold here this weekend. We're gonna be down to like 8 degrees or 7 degrees or something crazy like that. So it's gonna snow this weekend too, so that'll be fun. 12th man, Brett, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Oh, High Banker AU. There you go. Yeah. I've never had any problems getting anything from Australia here. I've had lots of problems shipping stuff to Australia. Twice I've had packages where I've sent to Paydirt to people in Australia, got busted. And I've only sent it, I think, 3 times. So 2 out of the 3 times I've sent Paydirt to Australia has been busted. But I've never had any problems getting it from Australia. The United States doesn't care about like dirt stuff. We're gonna be about -6 to -12 below. Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be a cold weekend. Yeah, no. A lot of times I notice that like so anytime I've had anything coming from Australia, for whatever reason, just once it hits customs, because it's got to go through customs twice. It goes to customs in Australia before they ship it here. Then it gets to customs here. For whatever reasons, customs is just slow on small packages. I don't know why it is, but they're just really slow. But I've never had them open anything, and I've ordered a lot of Paydirts from Australia. I've never had any of them open, so. Yeah, I did see that. I saw something the other day. I saw a video today of someone jumping out of like a 5-story building into the snow. And it was crazy too, because he wasn't just like belly flop. He did like a flip and just landed on his back. I was like, man, I don't know. I'd be so scared there would be like a fire hydrant right below the snow. It'd be like, kink. Well, no more Dylan. You marked it as a necklace, yeah. Yeah, see, whenever I ship anything over, if I ship anything out of the country, I always mark it as prospecting gear or prospecting samples. You don't ever say the word dirt. You always just say like prospecting sample, prospecting gear, things like that. So that way they won't open it. You also got to make sure it doesn't make as much noise, so. All right, see any more gold? Yeah, more gold. Oh, a little BB. Lead pellet. Yeah. Yeah, Wrench will be busy this weekend. He'll be out plowing all day and night. So, all right. That was quick. That was quick. It's a good thing I dumped that black sand in there. So that's awesome, PA. Yeah, silver is crazy right now. Because I need I was trying to get, I still need for my kids' collection, I still need 4 2.5-ounce custom silver bars made. And I'm like, man, that's like that's $300 a bar. It's $1,200. It's crazy. And I'm like, I'm just hoping. I'm just keep thinking silver's gonna crash, and I'll look and it's up. But no. And I don't want to trade gold for it or sell gold for it. So custom prospecting equipment. Yeah, if you just put prospecting with anything, just don't use the word dirt or paydirt. I mean, you just don't want to have that 4 letters dirt anywhere in it. So I'm glad I started stacking years back. Yeah, I wish I would have kept stacking silver. Yeah, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. What? 35? That's it. Nobody wants to. Maybe it's because none of the mods, if one of the mods wanted to drop, oh, see, the mods just did drop it. PA dropped it. Or who dropped it? Those left behind left the hidden link. So if you're one of those 35 people, make sure you go hit that hidden link, leave a comment, because you've got a really good chance of winning and getting to spin the wheel. Another 35 people, y'all got no shot. Nightbot's not going to like you. Beef jerky is up. Everything is up right now. I mean, it's just crazy. And I was telling someone yesterday, I don't know what it is, but it's like COVID again at grocery stores. I mean, I went to Walmart and they had no eggs at 2 different Walmarts. I mean, how do they not have eggs anymore? I mean, the shelves are bare again. I don't know if Walmart's stockpiling it because they think something's about to happen or they know something's about to happen and they want to make sure they have a whole bunch stockpiled so they can slowly release it and jack up the price. I don't know. Is you going to have some bags up tonight? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just everything. Like I was looking at, so my computer down here in my studio is going out. Like the other day, I turned it on to shoot the video, and the hard drive, you could hear the hard drive from upstairs just spinning and spinning. So I had to shut it down, restart it, and now it freaks out. Like if I have just having OBS open and Chrome open at the same time, it freaks out. But I have to have both open. So, I mean, I know it's not in the best environment. And, it's in a basement that's always cold or hot or, well, it's always cold and water around it and stuff like that, lots of dust. But I have one upstairs I was going to replace it with and then buy a new one for upstairs. But, man, you look at the prices on stuff now because, AI is taking up all the chips and everything else. It's just crazy. I'm like trying to find a 10-year-old laptop for under $1,000. Yeah, eggs prices are kind of down, but you just can't get them. Like my Walmart, they were out of them. They were out of, what were they out of the other day too? Like butter or something. I was just like, how do you like, and cheese for whatever reason, like my Walmart, the 2 Walmarts that I can go to, if you go in like the cheese section, it's always like bare. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm in like, I mean, we're in Amish area. There should be so much cheese and butter. Eggs and chicken about to go through the roof. Yeah, everything's about to go through the roof. Everything is about to go through the roof. I mean, I'm hoping, that the whole Greenland thing goes peacefully and nicely, one way or another. I mean, I could care less if we have Greenland or we don't have Greenland. I don't think it's already known fact that even if somebody started mining Greenland tomorrow for their rare earth, it would take 20 to 25 years to have the infrastructure to actually do anything with it. I mean, it's such a long-term goal. And we all know that every 4 years, every president does something different. So, but the only thing I'm worried about is if we do something that's not a nice way of getting Greenland or something like that, every other country can they can just crash us. Almost all of our debt is held by NATO countries. All they have to do is sell all those treasury bonds, and then tomorrow eggs will be $2,000, But we'll have to see. Oh, yeah, and that penny thing. Yeah, I was at a store the other day, and they're like, oh, if we run out of pennies, I'm like, hold on. I'm going to have to start being like those old ladies bringing a change purse with me. So when they say, oh, we don't have pennies, I'd be like, hold on. I got pennies for you. Hold on. I think that's what everyone should do. Everyone should just start carrying one of those little change purses and fill it up with like $1 worth of pennies and just carry it around with you at all times. So when these people start trying to get you out and say, oh, we don't have pennies, because there's pennies. They've already said they said when Trump said he was getting rid of the pennies, they are not destroying pennies. They are leaving them in circulation until they need to be destroyed, just like anything else. So like if you have a dollar bill, it eventually makes it back to the Treasury Department. If the dollar is still in good condition, it just goes back into circulation. And that's what they said. They're not destroying pennies. Like they're not saying like as soon as a penny gets back to Treasury Department, we're destroying it. Unless it's an old penny. There should be pennies for 10, 20 years at least. No. I need a laptop because I have to move it. So like my studio down here, I can't shoot equipment videos in. I have to move it. No. And if I do a video outside or if I do a gem review, which I got coming up in like 2 weeks, it has to be shot like somewhere else. So I have to be able to move it around. Yeah, that penny things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've already said they're not getting. See, that's what they just know. I guarantee you, some company somewhere, because they all trade data and sell data. Some company figured out that the average price with tax or something round where it's better, and in most cases they'll round up. That's what they found out. Somewhere somebody did some little platform search or something and told, like Walmart, if they got rid of pennies, the average price would be like $2.98, and therefore it'd be rounded up so they would make money. Because that's the only reason, because Walmart's now, I noticed a lot of Walmarts are putting up the sign saying that they don't give pennies back anymore. Because that's what they realized. They realized they would make more money and they could not blame it on them. They could be like, oh, what's the penny shortage? That there is no penny shortage. They made it very clear they're only just not going to print up more pennies. But pennies, I mean, do you know how long it takes a penny to get knocked out of circulation? Do you know how bad a penny has to be? I mean, they have to be pretty gnarly for them to take them out of circulation. No. I saw it on the internet. Yeah. Yeah, Madeline. I will say, I did think, I don't know if you saw it, but, because I saw something the other day where somebody was talking about they should just give like $1 million to everyone in Denmark, like every single person, give them $1 million or something like that. And Denmark came out and said, well, why don't we just buy America? They said, let us buy America. We'll give everyone free health care. I thought it was a funny little thing. I mean, all right, let me get rid of all these rollers. The ESPN. I mean, you just always got to laugh at a lot of this stuff, Bunch of rich people, just making decisions. Someone rich. It's gonna, I get if we get Greenland, it'll be just like when we went into Iraq, and all those oil wells had to be fixed in something by some American company that just so happened to be with the vice president. Our quick trip chain of gas stations rounds down the nearest nickel. That's nice. Oh yeah, Vernon. Yeah. Bobby Boucher, Daddy said that. I haven't watched that movie in a while. Now I'm gonna have to watch that movie again, PA. See what you made me do? Now I'm gonna have to watch that movie to talk about Bobby Boucher. All right, we're all done here. Let's go to the finishing pan. I hope I just didn't dump some in there. Did I dump some in there? I don't know if I did or not, but I want to be Danish for that. Yeah. I know universal healthcare is not, like there's always going to be stories and countries that it's bad at, but that's the whole thing. If you say like I just never understood the argument where you said universal healthcare is bad, but instead of having universal healthcare, let's just not have anything. Let's just have nothing. So if you get really, really sick, you just die. That is just I don't understand that concept. I understand universal healthcare. A lot of like most countries, it's not the best. Figure out a way to make it better. That's it. Got a Bobby B jersey. What's up, Carg? Thank you very much for joining the show. Curtis, I don't know if I said hi to you. Thank you very much for joining the show. Appreciate it. They have no quick stops here. So I just go to the gas station that's closest to my house. I don't even pay attention to its price. I just know my car is getting so old that its gas mileage is getting worse and worse every year. I'm gonna have to put some money into it and replace a whole bunch of parts this as soon as it hits spring. Bears lost. Yeah, I'm not a huge football fan anymore. I don't watch football too much since now I don't have any, rabbit ears on my TV anymore, and I refuse to pay for any subscriptions that have sports on it. Like I refuse to pay the outrageous price ESPN and them will have. So I don't watch football too much, but I was pretty surprised at the teams that are the final four teams. There's some crazy ones in there. All right, let's knock this out. Maybe I shouldn't have added all those black sands to it. Look at it now; it's being a big old pain. Moving pretty good though. That's the one thing about black sands. Even though it's all essentially the same thing, sometimes you can get some black sands that just refuse to move. Like it's just because they're not round or anything. They're all like like a 20-sided dice or something, and they just seem to stick together. So, Al Bundy is still the man. Al Bundy is still the man. What's funny though is I tried to watch some of the reruns of a couple like maybe 2 or 3 years back, and they're not as funny nowadays. But I still love Al, Al and Peggy. They were best. Hawkeye 3 touchdowns on game. The Seahawks. What's up, Weezen? How's it going? Yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to win it all this year. I don't even know who's going to go to the Super Bowl. I got no clue. I have not watched anything. I do know Saturday we're going to have some good UFC fights, though. That's all I know. Archie Bunker, that's one. It's been a long time. Yeah, Meathead just got killed from Archie Bunker. Benny Hill. I remember growing up on Benny Hill. I used to remember Benny Hill would come on, then Hee Haw. No, it's the gold isn't. The black sands aren't too bad. They're moving, like I said, they're moving pretty good. Some black sands just don't move. This stuff's moving pretty good, so I'm not. I will say though, if you ever, so one of the things about black sands, especially magnetite specifically, if you run, sometimes like if I have a bag that's really, really heavy in magnetite, if I run my magnet over it, it's a lot harder to pan out later because they still keep some of that magnetic energy in them. So they kind of stick together more. That man, when they get a little clumps up in them, it's harder to make them move. Blazing Saddles. Nah, it's not too bad. Oh, I still love Mr. Bean. I like his new show. He did the new shorts where he did was it the Bee. Those were so good. I love the old Mr. Beans. Faulty Towers. Anyone watch Faulty Towers? That's one of my favorites. Yeah, I saw Clash's new. I got I'm gonna probably do a review on that one. But yeah, Man versus Baby. I haven't started watching the Man versus Baby. I watched the Man versus Bee, and I have it saved. Oh, I need some. Oh, well, it's out. I only had bought some from somebody. I wonder if somebody else happens to have. Michigan Prospect. I wanted to open up your bottle so bad to refill this with it. To refill it, but then I was like, no, I need it for the video. I don't want it to look like it's been tampered with. I will say one thing. I wasn't going to bring up Clash, you know, but I did think it was funny. So I did watch, or I went to the video. I didn't watch it yet. I had it open on the, because I wanted to read the comments about the Fool's Gold. And there was a comment on there saying, your Paydirt, this Paydirt has more gold than most $50 bags of Paydirt. And I'm like, I don't know where you're buying a $50 bag of Paydirt from. But I guarantee you Clash's bag probably had like 0.05 in it. And I know a whole bunch of people selling quarter-gram bags for under $50. So people are just crazy. You know, it's one of those things, if you only know about one burger place, and the burger place, you know, you're not going to know what a good burger is. So, come on, big stuff, move out the way. They're buying golden Paydirt. Yeah, I don't know what they're buying for $50 or if they think Clash is, you know. And it's not like Clash's bags are horrible, horrible now, but they're saying like the raw bag and that bag are better than a $50 bag. They're out of their mind. I mean, maybe they're talking about his $185 bag is better than a $50 bag, but I don't know. Yeah, it's all about that they only know him and then the videos he tells them about. So he'll, you know, there's a reason why Clash has never reviewed Vendetta Prospecting or Gold Nugget Sales or any of these people, you know. He wants his viewers to be as little educated about Paydirt as possible. He only wants them to know about the bad Paydirts, not the good ones. This is ridiculous. But yeah. And what I love the most about Clash, like his comments, is if you read a lot of his comments, a lot of them will be like, "Oh, dude, you teach us so much." It's like, no, he's doing the exact opposite. He's stunting your growth. You know, like I do videos where I try to show people bad Paydirts, good Paydirts, everything in between. You know, I want everyone to know who the bad ones are, but I also want you to know who the really good ones are, because it doesn't help you if you only know the bad ones. You know, Like if somebody told you, like if you were on a stream and you were going to find gold and somebody told you just don't go to this area, like don't go here, but they didn't tell you where to go, it doesn't help. Well, there we go. There's our 1/4 gram of gold. There we go. Is that 154 already? That's just crazy. It's just moving today. I mean, I knew it would. I knew it. I told everybody on Friday on my Patreon daily that, tariffs were going to be coming over the weekend, because tariffs only come on weekends. That way the stock market can crash on Mondays or Tuesdays whenever they open. So we got about 2 more weeks. So in about 2 weeks, the tariffs will go away in 2 weeks. Stock market will go back up and crash again and do all that stuff. But, gold's making a journey. There we go. Yeah, so make sure the wheel, just the hidden comment just got dropped. PA, thank you very much for doing that. If you're not already, make sure you click that link where it says, win a chance to spin the wheel and win one of 25 prizes. Click that link, go leave a comment, only one comment. So yeah, go leave one comment. And the pan always moves so you can't see the gold. Show the gold. Show off the gold. Go leave one comment. And as always, you must be here if I pull your name, and then you can win something. We got 25 prizes up there. One of them is a bag of Paydirt. Where is it? Where's the gold nugget sales Paydirt? Yeah. Over here somewhere. There we go. We got a 0.025 gram bag of gold nugget sales you can win. There's some other things, some silver on there. Actually, the silver might be worth more now. I might have to reevaluate this wheel that has silver on it. I might want to keep some of that silver. But it's got some silver on there as well. There we go. Midwest. How's it going? Let me see. Yeah, 12, man. Yeah, I was telling somebody about that the other day. It might have been on the live show last week. Like, I remember, like, when I first started my channel, people used to always ask me, oh, when are you going to do a 1 ounce bucket review? When are you going to do that? And I used to tell them all the time, I can't afford it. I'm like, I could not afford it. And that's when it was like $1,000. It was like $1,000. And I wish so much I would have reviewed them and said, I'm going to just store this aside somewhere, quadruple my money in a couple of years. And it's the same thing. I look at it all the time. Like so if you saw my laptop upstairs, I have a calendar on my laptop, and I have every single Tuesday, every single Monday marked out, and every single Tuesday marked out with what I plan on reviewing, what I plan on doing on the Tuesday show. And then so I'll know, so I can spread out stuff, and I know like each month how much money I'll have to spend to get reviews done. And I every month, every couple days, I have to look at that chart. Like I have one that's coming up. That's got 2 Paydirt. I don't want to say who the 2 Paydirt sellers are, but I have 2 Paydirt sellers coming, not next month, but the following month. And I'm like, and every time I look at them, their price is up $5 more. And I'm like, man, by the time I get there, it's going to cost me an extra $50 to do these 2 reviews. So I have it. originally I had planned on doing some bigger Paydirt reviews at the end of the year. And I was like, man, I had to get rid of them. I was like, if I'm going to do a bigger bag of Paydirt review, it's got to be early in the year. It's going to have to be like next month or the following month. You know, at this rate, it's going to be 1 gram bags of copper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if copper will ever be popular. Carson, I think more than likely what's going to happen is people are going to go back to like the 1/8 gram bags of Paydirt. You know, I think what's going to happen is back in the old. So when we first started buying 10 years ago, HD, me, what was it, like Tom's Gold Dirt, and what was his name? Jimbo's Gold. That's it. Jimbo's Gold, and all these companies that were selling before Lynch even came out. Everyone you would buy from had like 3-pound bags of Paydirt that had 1/8 of a gram of gold in it. I think it's going to have to go back to that. I think the ROI is going to drop. I just don't see. I mean, you're going to have some big sellers that are going to still have some, but you know, if you want variety. So essentially what's going to happen is it's going to be like Walmart. You know, you're going to have gold nugget sales. They'll be around and he'll be selling Paydirt. But if you want anything different, so you'll go to gold nugget sales and he'll have a 12-ounce bag of Paydirt or probably an 8-ounce bag of Paydirt by that time. You know, you'll get an 8-ounce bag of Paydirt with 1 gram of gold in it, but it'll cost you $400, you know, or you can go to Bob's Paydirt and Bob will be selling you a 3-pound bag with 1/8 a gram of gold in it for $80, but the ROI is going to be 50%, you know. Yeah, and copper is getting expensive too. Everything is going up. Like everything is going up. So, yeah, so I think it's just going to be, because I think the key is, because that's what got a lot of people into the hobby in the first place, was big bags of dirt with just a little bit of gold, but you'd be panning for a long, long time. And it's kind of changed. Like if you look at it, people used to pan out 3-pound bags of Paydirt to get the gold I found tonight. 3 pounds of material. And now most bags that are 1/4 gram, you're only getting, you know, like 6 ounces. I mean, my Patreon is 6-ounce bags of Paydirt. I mean, shipping is killing everybody. And I think it's going to have to go back to the way it used to be, where it's going to be 3-pound bags, less gold, a little bit lower ROIs. But, you know, we'll see. You never know. Gold might drop one day. But, I mean, you can't get silver, because the only silver you can get really is silver shot or crystalline silver. And neither one of those are fun to pan. Copper's sort of fun to pan out if you can get good, like, small copper. I mean, they have a couple places. So I might have to do that. I do know a seller. I know a seller in Michigan that sells good copper, like straight out of the ground, good copper. And you can get it in all kinds of, I might have to order a couple from him and see how it would look in a bag of Paydirt. So, but I don't know. But But yeah, like I said, it's the main problem isn't that, you know, because there's some, you know, you got a lot of good sellers out there that right now are established. You know, you got Vendetta, you got Gold Nugget Sales, and there's a couple other that are really established themselves. They're not going to have a problem staying in business because they've got their contacts where they're buying gold at 80%, 75%, or, you know, 75% of spot, so they can keep up and they can make a little bit of profit and stuff like that. But then what the problem is going to be is then you're going to lose all the small sellers. And it's just like it's the Walmart and the Amazon thing. Once you get rid of all the small sellers and you got no competition, then there's no reason for you to keep really high ROI. So you send me a pile? Yeah, I'll take some. It's a little harder starting now, yeah. Any hardware reviews coming? Yeah, next Monday. So yeah. Yeah, let me tell you. So next Monday, I do have the new Switchback. I have a review on the new Switchback coming up. A review of that coming up this Monday. So next Monday. Next Monday, the Switchback is coming out. And then next Tuesday, I don't know what we're panning next Tuesday. I have no clue what we're panning next Tuesday. But I do know the next video coming out is an equipment review for the Switchback. So, because it's one I really wanted to look at. I've got some... it might be a longer video. Equipment reviews generally are longer, but I have a lot to say about the Switchback. Let me just say that. So, have my house copper pipes melting. But all right, not shrink down the ugly mug, but first let's get rid of the pan and cam, say bye-bye to that gold. And thank you very much, GoldPutz, for sending me that. That was really awesome of you. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who sends me stuff. I know I don't do mail calls as often as I should. I'm just like, see, this is the one thing, like Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales on the Gold Vlog, he saves up all his stuff. And even Clash does it too. He saves up all his stuff, then he does these giant mail calls with all these boxes. I can't do that. I get too curious. Somebody sends me something, I got to open it. I want to know what's in that box. I don't want to wait 6 months until I have a dozen boxes to open. So I apologize to people that send me stuff, and I don't do mail calls for y'all. You just know I do appreciate it more than you could possibly know. I appreciate what everyone does for this channel, from just watching my videos to Patreon to all that stuff. So, you know, I will try. I need to figure out a way. You know, I'm not a huge fan. I've talked to Ed about this. I'm not a huge fan of mail calls. Just, you know, I guess if you did them with a whole bunch of stuff, it works better. But when you do a mail call for one item, it just feels kind of like you're trying to fill up time to do something. So I'll have one of these days, I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll start doing shorts with just mail calls or something. I don't know. But all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug, give some stuff away, or give something away. There we go. Oh, wow. Look at this pretty website. Look at this. This is woo-wee. So there we go. MillerProspecting.com. Last review, Gold Paydirt reveal, the GoldPutz Walking Liberty Bag. My top 10. There we go. Of the top 10, last 100 reviews. And as always, sellers to avoid. Make sure. I am going to be reviewing some of these sellers this year. I've got a couple. I'm going to be picking one seller every single month and doing a bad Paydirt. Now, I'm not guaranteeing they're going to be bad Paydirts, but they're all going to be Paydirts that have no guaranteed amount of gold in them. So, or bags that you would think would be bad bags of Paydirt. They might end up being good bags of Paydirt, but this year I'm going to plan on doing a lot of reviews that should be bad bags of Paydirt, hoping some of them might be good, but you never know. And now let's get to the prizes. This is what you can win tonight if I pull your name. We don't want an ad. Ooh, something magic, though. Quarter-gram bag of GNS Paydirt. I think we've got 9 chances of getting either a copper round or a sticker pack. We've got a silver quarter, 90%ers. We got 2 different ones you can win. Silver dimes, we got 2 of those, 90%ers. A silver Mexican coin that's 10% silver. Another bag of Paydirt, and this one's actually a little jar, skull jar, 0.144. Mini keychain Paydirt, small rock, Kazakhstan copper, gold back, NGC Frank. A signed gold pan. Do not win that one because I do not have any gold pan. I do not want to buy a gold pan to sign one. I need to change this prize out. I'm going to have to change this one to something. Change, let me see. Signed pan to gems. Maybe I'll make a gem bag of Paydirt or something to put in that space. Got some keychains, a weird copper thing I got from Michael and whatnot. Please, somebody win this. PCGS presidential dollar and more of those copper rounds. So those are all the prizes we can do. Oh, I need to get, you have to ignore all this stuff. That's all the technical stuff. Yeah, there you go. Let's go get here, hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. I think the high ROAs. Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing is, personally, I think I love the high ROAs that sellers have right now, but I think they're really hurting themselves. I mean, I don't, last year I'd planned on doing a video about 100% ROI bags, and I thought they were bad. I think they're really bad for the hobby. I know everyone loves them. I know everybody loves 100% ROI bags of Paydirt, but it kills small sellers. Small sellers can't compete and they close. I can tell you a dozen sellers that closed last year all because they can't compete because they're selling 80% bags of Paydirt when somebody's gonna be like, hey, why should I spend $150 on you to get 80% when I can spend $150 on somebody else and get 100% or 99 or 95, So I do think ROIs are going to drop sooner than later or eventually. So, I mean, I still think, back in the day, we were getting you were getting 1 gram bags of Paydirt and getting 70% ROI. So if you bought a 1 grammer now and you got 80%, it's still better. 10 years later, 10%, I'll take that. So, but all right. Oh yeah. The PA bag. I know, brother. I know. Does anyone notice? Here, we'll talk about that in a minute. Nobody's won yet. Here, let's pull the name. Let's pull the name. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a minute, but let me write this down. And I will get to you in 1 second, Liz. Here we go. Anything goes, including replies. No. 57 comments. So good luck. Now, again, as always, if I pull your name, you must post something in live chat, and you'll have like 2 or 3 minutes to do it. Otherwise, if you don't show up, I can't give you a prize because you have to be here to win. Once you comment in the live chat, we'll go to the wheel of names, we'll pull your prize, and then you can email me your address and I'll send it to you. So there we go. Let's pick a winner. Well, there you go. Get that gold, Miller. Deep North Adventures. I just shipped you something today, and now I'm going to be shipping you something else. Yeah, don't save on postage. There goes another $6, Deep North. Well, there we go. Deep North Adventures. Just need you to say something, and then we'll do the wheel. I know you're here, so I'll look for 0.5 and 0.25. Miss Independent, thank you for joining the show. Alaskan Assassin Adventures, thank you very much for being here, brother. I know, it sucks. I got all, Alaskan, I was looking at your shirt yesterday, and I was like, man, I want to wear t-shirts again. I got to wait for it to warm up so I can start wearing all my t-shirts. I got a whole bunch of new t-shirts in. I can't ever wear them. And now Deep North is gone. He's gone. He's left us. Wes, what's up, brother? How you been doing? Well, there you go. He's here now. All right, so let's go see what your prize is. All right, so we're going to shuffle it up. Good luck, brother. I don't need your address. You don't need to email me. I will just use it from your last email. But there we go. Let's see what Perry the Platypus picks for you. Come on, Perry. Here we go. 1 ounce copper round. So I'll send you a 1 ounce copper round and a sticker pack just since I'm sending you a package anyway. 1 ounce to Deep North. I might have to buy some more copper rounds. There you go. Wow. So, well, there we go. I don't need to remove it. So we'll go back to the best website ever, Miller Prospecting. And make sure if you haven't, go check out the GoldPutz video. So you know where to buy from. He's got some really good ROIs right now. But all right. Full size ugly mug time because of Deep North. There we go. But speaking, since PA was talking about it, if anyone hasn't noticed, I did redo my shelves. I redid all my shelves. I actually added another shelf. I added one more shelf to it just so I can try and pack in a little bit more Paydirt in there. So now I have some room next to my big noggin. That shelf is going to be my top 10 seller shelf. I just need to get some more Paydirts from my top 10 sellers. We're going to put that there. So Gold Pan for the win. I've sent 2 messages. A 10 ounce copper round. Yeah. I used to have, I had an art bar one time. Somebody had sent it to me. It was a 4-pound art bar. It was the coolest thing. And I don't remember who so he sent me a 4-pound one and a 1-pound one. And I gave the 4-pound one to somebody, one of my old channel people that was, having a hard time. And then the 1-pound one, I sent it to somebody. I don't remember who, but it was 1 ounce. It was 1 ounce. You won 1 ounce, not 10 ounces. I don't do 10 ounce. That's too much to ship. It looks like 10 just because the 0 is big. No, it's a 1 ounce copper round. You still have a shower. Yeah, your video. It drives me crazy that I don't have my calendar on this computer. It's only on my other one. Your video is coming out in March with yours. I know that's going to be a while, and it just always sucks when people come out with stuff. But I'm doing a I've got my equipment review this month, and then next month I'm doing a video on because I only do like one equipment video per month. And next month I told Wes and Jason I've got a video for them coming out. Then after that is yours. So, you know, Corporal Jaeger, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. You pretty much missed it. You pretty much missed it. I'm leaving. You got like 4 minutes to look at the ugly mug. So, yeah, it's a 1 ounce copper round. I'll throw in the sticker pack too. The reason I have it as I always had it 1 ounce because I didn't have very many sticker packs, but nobody's been wanting the sticker packs. Everyone's been wanting this. So I'll throw you some stickers in there, so in case you don't have any of them or something. So, but yeah, so next Monday I will be doing a review on the Prospector's Dream Switchback Sluice. I've seen it's getting a lot of traction. I see a lot of people are buying them up, so I saw it, and you'll see from the thumbnail. I think when you see from the thumbnail, you'll know what I think about it, or how it runs and stuff like that. But so next Monday I will have that. I had my creek drop. Yeah. It's the one thing that sucks about like having a YouTube channel is you start getting in so much stuff, especially with the Paydirt review. So I will tell you, like, if I only did equipment reviews, it wouldn't be so bad because I could buy it, and the minute it came in, I could shoot the video and do it. But when you have to do like with me with a gold Paydirt, since I have to have secret shoppers buy all my stuff, I have to buy stuff a month in advance, sometimes 2 months in advance, just to like for battles and stuff like that, and Tuesdays. So then I don't want the Paydirt sitting on the shelf because, if I buy something when gold spot is 150 and I wait 2 months, gold will be 180. If I wait another month, it'll be 200. Then the Paydirt sellers might have been out of business by that time. And it's actually happened. I've bought Paydirt before, and I've waited like 2 or 3, usually it's like 3 months to review them, and then they go out of business. And then I just have to use that Paydirt on a Tuesday night Paydirt, Got the GNS. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying earlier in the show that last year there was a point where gold was going up faster than interest on a credit card, and a lot faster, like double. I mean, it was just going up so fast that you could essentially buy gold, and it didn't have to be Paydirt. You could have bought 1 ounce rounds at Sam's Club, and you'd have made money. All you had to do was find somebody, especially gold, if you weren't doing Paydirt. It was a lot better deal if you weren't doing it. But I had all the math because I didn't have it set up as if you bought from, like Monetary Metals or AppMex or any of these companies that do buyback, you could have made money. You could have made money. If you had an unlimited Amex card, you could have bought $1 million worth of gold last year, put it all on the credit card, then sold it 6 months later and made bank. So. It was pretty good. It looked pretty good. I mean, the design on it is a little faded. It's harder to see because it's a black shirt and it's kind of like the red on it. So it's silver print. It's silver print on it. It looked good though. I liked it. It's just the red is kind of like this red. This is a red here. So on black, it was a little harder to see, but it was a good quality shirt. So I haven't worn it yet, so I don't know how comfy the fabric is though. So, but I wanted one of those because, Reg has been a long time member. So, Jason, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. And sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier. And Grateful American, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. 5K. Yeah, it's going to be 5K really, really soon. It's going to be 5K really, really soon. If we keep talking about Greenland, it's going to be 5K really, really soon because other countries are buying up gold like crazy and getting rid of it. Nobody's buying. The people that are buying gold, the countries that are buying gold, are not buying American Treasury bonds anymore. They're not. We're selling Treasury bonds to little bitty countries now. We're finding like the bottom of the barrel people to buy our Treasury bonds. Yes, this shirt is red. It doesn't look like it to me either. It looks like a black shirt. It looks like a dark, deep purple or black. No. All right. If you just wait, next Tuesday, if I can remember, Let me see. Well, no, next Tuesday is going to be bitter cold, but probably the Tuesday after that, I'll wear it. I might have to wear something like this over it, but then I can show it. So, but I liked it. It was a good shirt, you know. But I'm glad I found your site. I wanted to get all the shirts on there, but I could only afford one. So I was like, well, I got to go with Reg Lab. Yeah. Especially since I have a bag of some of his Paydirt on my shelf. I was like, I got to go with him. So, a deep purple, yeah. You know, I mean, it's a red heather, so it's probably why it's looking like that. So, looks brown. Yeah, I could see brown on that. No. As long as the gold looks gold in the pan, I'm good. So, but I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Yeah, so Monday, remember Monday, new equipment review. If you want to know if the switchback is worth the $200 they're charging for it, next Monday you can find out. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out something off the shelves of wonder. I don't remember what it is. Something bigger, because next Tuesday will be a longer show. Next Tuesday, we'll be panning out something good, and it'll be a much longer show. But hopefully everyone has an absolutely great week, finds a lot of gold, because gold price is going up. If you find 1 gram today, next week you're made an extra $10. So, yeah, I need more money too, Carla. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ms. Independent. I appreciate that very much. And again, thank you all for being Patreon members, subscribers, just viewers. Even if you don't want to subscribe or do anything, I appreciate you just viewing me. But I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully everyone finds a lot of gold. Next Monday, new video comes out. And next Tuesday, we'll be back with another live show. And we'll be doing some panning and a much longer show. So thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate that. And I'm out of here.